The Podcasting Dead is available on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Make sure to subscribe for more podcasts. And while you're at it, drop us a like. If you want to help support the channel and have access to extra content, secret contests, and more, make sure to search for us on Patreon. Patreon.com/ThePodcastingDead.
So here we go. Time to do something special for Weird Wednesday. Before we get into it, I'm Justin.
I'm JP.
And we're the Podcasting Dead. As the name would suggest, we're normally a podcasting channel. And we do a Weird Wednesday segment where every Wednesday we usually discuss something paranormal or conspiracy in nature. But today we're going to do another it's somewhat reaction video. I hate calling them reaction videos because most people, I'm not a big fan of most reaction videos, but it's not just reaction. So we're going to play you two videos today. They come from NUKE'S Top 5, which is a great channel. If you've never checked it out, it is one of my favorite channels in the history of YouTube. Go check it out. Nuke makes usually one video a week, and it's awesome, awesome content. And he actually will tell you where these videos come from. So we're going to play two different clips from two of his recent Top 5 videos. And then afterwards, we're going to discuss them. Do we think they're real? How do we think they could affect it if they're not real? Blah, 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 that type of thing. So sit back, relax, and let's get a little weird. Also, you can find links to these two videos on Nuke's channel in the description. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road.
The Night Visitor. TikTok user Amanda Angelo is watching YouTube very late at night in her bedroom that she shares with her sister Alexis. Alexis gets up to go to the bathroom, but when she returns, something is just not quite right.
Lexi? 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 Hey, stop staring at me like that. Alexis! Yo, you're starting to freak me the out.
Rightfully
Mom!
so.
Yeah, it's like she's sleepwalking. But she
Mom!
ain't walking.
Mom!
Dude, that would freak me out.
I get up and slap that bitch. I mean, if I was her sister, not me as me.
Why are you crying? Hello? Lexi?
Dude,
Mom!
no way. I would have had to have just got
She's
up.
just standing here staring at me.
Relax. Hey. Hey, go lay down.
Now, of course, the simple explanation for Alexis' unnerving behavior is likely that she was simply sleepwalking. However, many TikTok viewers believe that she might have actually been possessed by a ghost or demon, especially since Amanda claims that the event happened at 3 a.m., which is said to be the hour when supernatural beings are the most powerful.
The witching hour.
Either way, it's worth mentioning that I believe that this video is 100% real. Well, let me clarify that. I believe that Alexis is definitely sleepwalking. Not necessarily that she's possessed. But if you watch closely, Alexis doesn't blink a single time in this entire video, even though a bright flashlight is shining right into her face. In fact, Alexis keeps her eyes open for so long that they actually begin to tear up. So, what would you do if one of your family members suddenly walked into your bedroom at 3 a.m. and just started staring at you?
Let me tell you what I would do. I would get off on the other side of the bed and inch my way to the door and be gone. That's what I would do.
You wouldn't just haul off, put him in like a sleeper hold?
No. Well, number one, they're already asleep. So this video, to me, I don't necessarily believe there's anything paranormal to it. I do believe that it's freaky as hell. But the whole not blinking thing whatsoever, because I've never slept walk. Well, I've slept walk once in my life, right off of a balcony. But that's another story for another time. But the thing is, I've seen people sleepwalk. One of my sister's friends growing up used to sleepwalk, so much, in fact, that they would stay in my room when she slept over because I had bunk beds, and I would stay in her room. And like this girl slept, like I would wake up with this girl standing at the foot of the bed, just staring. and she would talk and everything. So much so that when she would come over to stay with her, I'd lock the door in my sister's room so I didn't have to worry about her coming in while I was sleeping. But I don't remember any times I've seen people sleep, any of the times, the whole never blinking. I mean, you know, you shine light in their eyes, there's at least some kind of reaction to it. I mean, your body's still dealing with the signals it gets when you shine a light. So I don't know, man. What are your thoughts?
That's really weird. Yeah, the fact that she's not blinking, man. Either they did this, you know, they put this together themselves, which still she would have some kind of like react, like, you know, just like a gag reflex kind of thing. Not gag reflex, you know, gag with your eyes. It'd still be something.
Yeah. Gag with your eyes?
Yeah, you would get, you know.
Do you ever gag with your eyes?
I've gagged with my eyes quite a few times, yeah. Last night, as a matter of fact.
But I definitely don't think that they they staged this, because I'm with Nuke 100%. I think that it's a legit video. I don't think that they planned this or anything. And the girl sounded like genuinely freaked out.
Yeah.
But alas, this one, I do believe, I think we can both agree, is probably just a sleepwalking episode.
I don't know, man. Maybe. I used to sleepwalk a lot as a kid. So
Did you blink?
I can't remember. I don't know.
You need to ask like some family members. Did I ever blink when I used to sleepwalk?
I did go outside once, which kind of made me nervous, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I've only sleptwalked one time. But I'm going to write this off, me personally, as just sleepwalking. And the fact that she didn't blink, while freaky, I mean, it could just be an effect of the sleepwalking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now you're not 100% there.
It's almost like I don't know. Like
your body's an autopilot.
Yeah, but still, you still would think it would have that just natural response to the light.
An interesting thing to note about this, though, and the theory that it could be demon possession. The 3 a.m., definitely is an odd coincidence. Mm-hmm. But also, you were telling me, and I think we're going to podcast on it at a later date, that exorcisms are up a lot starting in like 2018 to present, right?
Yeah, well, I read a story that came from 2018, and it said that exorcisms were like steadily on the rise. So it does make you wonder.
Coincidence? Possibly. But now let's move on to the next video, which is a lot more paranormal in nature. I know that first one is probably very easy to write off. This next one, however, is a bit creepier. Let's take a look.
Room for one. Popular Chinese ghost hunter Xiaolong and his friend Lao Dai explore a decaying abandoned hotel in the middle of the night. They're live streaming their entire investigation. Now, the hotel has a dark past. It is said that through the years, many guests have taken their own lives while staying in the hotel. But it gets worse. Back in 1985, there was a mysterious uncontrolled fire in the large building. Hotel guests were trapped inside, and many lost their lives in the blaze. Locals began to say that the hotel was, quote, cursed. And so fewer and fewer guests wanted to stay there. Eventually, the hotel couldn't afford to keep its doors open. It closed down, and the building was left abandoned. When Xiaolong and Lao Dai are roaming the creepy hotel hallways, Xiaolong gets scared by something.
Keep in mind, this is live streamed.
Mm-hmm. Did a ghost just fart? What happened?
His ghost hunting partner
Obviously,
farted.
at first, the guys just seem to be goofing around.
Hey! 老杨呢？
Like, ow, man. Smack the crap out of it. Karate and chop.
But then things take a very serious
Pull the Austin
turn
Powers. Judo
and get
chop.
downright creepy.
哎呦我这！我操你妈！我操你妈！ 我操你妈！别动！别！这里！我操你！在！
This isn't the scary part, because I really
我操你
didn't.
妈！
I feel like this was
去
just
滚你妈了个逼的！
it gets wow.
别跑！别跑！
Keep in mind, live stream.
Xiaolong and Lao
Not
Dai
edited.
get spooked by a sound and run away. As they retreat, Xiaolong spots some terrifying shape inside one of the hotel rooms. The figure disappears almost instantly, and when they go back to check the room, nothing there. Now, of course, this encounter could have simply been a strange trick of the light.
Dude, that's what I think.
Either way, they decide to leave. Cut to 2 months later, and Xiaolong decides to return to the hotel all alone.
What a brave soul,
it did
man.
not go well.
What a brave soul. I'll tell you why they keep saying that here in a minute. The yelling in slow-mo is amazing.
As doors start opening and closing on their own, Xiaolong understandably becomes a little on edge. He continues exploring the creepy building. What happens next shocks both Xiaolong and his livestream audience. So Xiaolong discovers what appears to be the main hall of the hotel. It's a spacious room with access to multiple hotel floors. But he starts to hear strange sounds coming from all around him. Xiaolong is shook from the cascade of frightening bumps and bangs all around him, but he wants to continue and explore the hotel's dark upper floors. And this is when things take a turn toward the horrific.
这样，这他妈能从这样上吗，兄弟们？不行，这梯子，站！这都鸡巴烂了，这梯子。
Interesting
操你
observation.
妈的！
Props to this guy, though, for hunting ghosts and not immediately running
Yeah.
when he sees evidence of ghosts.
我操！操你妈的，滚！操你妈！
Now look left. Look to the left of the screen.
Okay, I saw something.
Yeah, that would be my reaction.
Did you see it? The heavy chains holding the stairway begin to shake uncontrollably. But even creepier, a pair of pale, ghostly feet come into view, dangling lifelessly from somewhere inside the hotel's wall.
Wow. Right?
That's when Xiaolong finally decides to just get out of there.
I hope that's not a real
So
person
what
he
do
could be
you think
rescuing.
happened in this creepy
Right.
hotel? Could the feet belong to the ghost of someone who tragically ended their life inside the hotel? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Or maybe a homeless
decide.
heroin addict that decided to end it all, and that guy could have saved his life.
That might be it. But wow, like that is so well done. I mean, if that is fake, which it very well could be, it's always, to me, it doesn't guarantee the authenticity that it's, you know, a real thing when it's live stream. But I tend to give live stream videos a little more credit because it's like a live show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If you flub this, everyone's gonna know. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? If you do something wrong or make it very apparent that there is some BS happening, then they would clearly know, and you'd be exposed and probably have no
Right.
credit ever again. But like, and the interesting thing about that, you notice how pale those feet were?
Yeah. They were super pasty.
I mean, that was like some Grudge type stuff right there. And if you're wondering why this ghost hunter was continuously screaming F your mother, which if there's one takeaway from this video, you can learn how to say F your mother in Chinese.
Yeah.
But is because from what I've been told, I'm not an expert on the culture by any means, I'm just repeating what I've seen. If you insult the curse words and insulting the ghost will keep them away.
Is that right?
That's how they see it. So that's why you'll see a lot of different Chinese ghost hunters will say like F your mother or F you or, get the F out, something to that effect. It keeps spirits away.
But it seems like if you're hunting the ghosts, you wouldn't want to like scare them away,
I guess the thought is it keeps the ghost from getting too close to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He'll still continue his or her activity, but not close to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the thing that kind of strikes me as funny is when he goes back, his brother's not with him, and that's when we see doors slamming and stuff rattling around. I mean, it makes you wonder if, his brother's behind the scenes, making all this stuff move.
That's a great observation. So, I hadn't thought of that, man. That is a great observation. I mean, it is convenient that because, right. I mean, let's be real here. I mean, like, neither one of us, I'm not going to say I don't believe in ghosts. I don't know what I believe in. JP, I think you're a little more less.
I mean, if I experience it myself, I'll be more apt to. But yeah, I don't believe in anything I haven't experienced myself.
Right. So, but even still, would you go back to that place by yourself in the middle of the night?
I mean, not because of ghosts, just because of like homeless people are falling through the floor and laying there for 2 days. Right. I mean, yeah, just general safety reasons. No, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like no matter whether you believe in ghosts or not, I think most people would not go back to that place alone at night, in the middle of the night. So that's a great observation. I mean, his was that his brother or his friend?
I want to say I heard him saying brother, but I could be wrong.
Could have been.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, it's like with the door slamming. I mean, that's a simple old trick of fish line, especially the quality of that camera probably wouldn't have picked it up very well. But it's getting them to open back up that I don't know how you would exactly do unless you have some line on the inside running up through the ceiling and you're basically standing behind the camera with one to slam, one to open.
Yeah, I don't know how it would have worked, but that was just what I was thinking. I was like, man, it's, all this stuff's happening when his companion isn't with him.
Right. That's a good observation. So that's a very good observation. I mean, who knows what was behind that wall? I mean, it could have very easily just been something he could have grabbed and held on. He could have put on a little robe, maybe painted his feet white, or maybe they weren't. Maybe it was just pasty because of the lighting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But maybe he threw on something and held on to something and just kind of swaying out there. But even if it is faked, it's very well done.
Oh, yeah, man.
Like I said, it's like a well choreographed live show. I mean, you've got to do all of these things without being seen and exposed.
Yeah, and the chains holding up those stairs definitely that would have been very hard to make happen. So
yeah, I feel like same deal. I feel like you'd have have some fishing line. The chains are still moving a bit, and it's hard to see in the light. But I remember trying to see if the chains looked like maybe they had been slowing down, like perhaps his companion was, behind the wall. I mean, with fishing line, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, you could run lines to each one of those chains and then run. I mean, it's a lot of work. And I'm not completely sitting here saying that this is fake or that this was not paranormal. I just like to try and think, like, how could it be done? But I mean, I was looking to see if maybe they stopped or they slowed down a bit and then the feet swing down, which to me would kind of leaned towards his companion was controlling it. And once he let go of that, he grabbed onto something and started swinging in that little open space. And that's why the chain. But it's really kind of hard to see in that lighting. If anybody has a chance, take another watch at that and see what you think and let us know in the comments below. But overall, JP, if you had to make because being that I know you don't really believe in ghosts at the moment, at least until you maybe have an experience, would you classify unexplained or hoax? That's kind of how we'll do these reaction videos going forward. We'll leave it as unexplainable or a hoax.
It's kind of like beyond belief, fact or fiction.
In a way, yes. Yeah. So what are you leaning to? Hoax or you can't explain it?
I think they manufactured it. I think they do.
I'm leaning more that way, but I'm not quite 100% there yet. So let us know in the comments below, what do you think, faked or not. And before you click away because you think the video's over, it's not. Bonus video. We told you to, but we got one more to throw at you before we sign off here. And make sure to let us know in the comments below if you like these kinds of videos. If you do, we'll start trying to make it a point to do them, every couple of Weird Wednesdays or as often as we can. So let us know in the comments below what you think and how you like this. But without further ado, let's move on to the next video.
Caught live on camera. Now, almost a year ago, I featured the story of Mark from the comically titled YouTube channel Donnie Drunkard. But don't let the silly YouTube name fool you. Mark is a serious paranormal investigator, and he claims that a sinister entity followed him home after one of his many supernatural investigations. He says that the dark presence now haunts his home. In one of his popular YouTube videos, Mark explains that he was upstairs when he was attacked by this entity and slapped hard across the face. He darted into his bedroom to hide along with his dog Terry, who was equally freaked out. Mark then starts recording with his phone.
Are you okay? You okay? Thank you. You're a good boy, eh? Yeah, I know. I gotta go. Wait here. Wait here, okay?
Creepy ass painting.
Yeah.
Some Alice in Wonderland type stuff. Wonder what ghosts get out of moving light fixtures. Like, if you could see the ghost, is it standing there with his hand under it just doing this? Or is it like the energy it's putting off is moving it? What is that painting at the bottom of the hall?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
That's kind of creepy, too. Looks like one of the little sisters from BioShock. Heavy breathing. And of course, this could easily be explained as he's got somebody down there doing this.
Yeah.
However, it does get a little more interesting, and the live streaming thing I mentioned earlier comes into play.
Okay. It's got a nice place.
Very nice place.
Must be a lot of money in the ghost hunting business.
Mark retreats
Certainly
back upstairs, but at the exact same time, the camera he has mounted in his basement records something truly bizarre.
Oh, God.
Right?
It's like the Grim Reaper.
Number one, how do you even think
that was almost a year ago, but since then the activity in Mark's home hasn't decreased at all. In fact, it's only gotten worse. But what makes some of Mark's newest captures so compelling is that they were captured live on stream. His subscribers were watching along with him in shock. So on September 29th, Mark tries to capture the paranormal activity that he experiences on a daily basis during a live broadcast for his YouTube subscribers. After hearing some strange sounds, he points an SLS camera towards his storage closet in the basement. Now take note as you watch this video that the SLS camera image is actually flipped from left to right. As you can see, the poster that is on the right side of the wall appears on the left side on his screen. Likewise, the door that is on the left appears on the right. So with that said, Mark captures something live on camera that is downright chilling.
It's right there. Yeah, I got him. Hey, oh. I saw him. Oh.
Was he choking?
I found that to be a little odd too.
Is he doing cocaine?
Right up above me. Right up above me.
It might have just scared him.
Did you see it? Mark live streams as his SLS camera locks onto some strange shape or pattern from somewhere inside his dark closet. He then jumps away as he is startled by something so quick that it was barely caught on camera. When the footage is played back and slowed down, you can see a bizarre dark shadow or shape quickly moving from the closet area and disappearing out of sight. His live audience is witness to the bizarre event and immediately comments. So, cut to almost 2 weeks later. Mark heads back down into the basement and sets up his SLS camera in another attempt to capture whatever it is that appeared in the closet. Once again, the entire experiment is filmed as it happens and is broadcast on live stream.
Are you a little girl?
That little thing up there at the top is interesting. How it's almost like it's forming.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to be a little girl?
Like, see how it looks like it's forming
Yeah.
into something.
Around 41 minutes in, a large dark master shadow seems to quickly move into the closet doorway, and then quickly retreats back inside. Once again, his live stream is shocked by the amazing capture. So, what do you think? Is Mark's house truly haunted by some dark entity? And if not, how would you explain his strange live captures? You can watch Mark's continuing story along with frequent updates over on his YouTube channel, Donnie Drunkard.
Okay, so let's discuss. Now, you see where I said that one was a little bit more... Like, that one's a little bit harder to...
Yeah, man, he would have to have some serious knowledge of, like, visual effects or something, or digital effects. I don't know how you go about doing
I mean, is there something you can point into a camera lens that would have... I mean, well, the thing is, too, that the first instance of it moving, it looked like it was moving with purpose. Not, the very first time, the one his basement camera captures, not the live streams, which, again, not discounting this guy at all, because this is very interesting. But, do think about this. The one was the two live streams were shadow. The first one happened real quick. It did fly out, but it was super fast. Like, you only saw it for a millisecond. The other live stream, it was a shadow that kind of came out, went back in. Yeah. The only one that the best captured one was pre-recorded. It wasn't a live stream, when it looks like something out of like The Flash, and that very first time he captures it moving where you can see a bit more of its shape. That wasn't live streamed. Whereas the other two times it was caught, it was much, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't as easy to see or to stop and really look at versus the one that had been pre-recorded.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I still don't know how you would do that.
I got no clue, man.
I mean, even if the first one is some kind of CGI or effect, how do you make a shadow come out of a closet and then back in on a live stream? And how do you make something zip by the screen really quick?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was like the Grim Reaper followed him home or something.
It definitely reminded me of like something off The Flash, like the time remnants or whatever, like the things that would.
Reminded me of the movie Frighteners, where the ghost is going around killing people.
Yeah.
Only the CGI on that wasn't nearly as good. It was like 98 or something.
So do you think that's what this is, a CGI?
I don't know. I don't know much about that stuff, but I mean, I don't know, man. Some kind of anomaly, perhaps. Now,
if you listen to our channel regularly, you'll know that JP here is, I don't want to say a big believer, but is more likely to give credence to something being extra dimensional than paranormal.
And it totally could be. Yeah, I mean, they're all under the same umbrella. Now, I think that like the cabinet slamming in the washing machine, like bumping up and down, I think that's all, malarkey.
Well, that's easy to fake too.
Yeah,
I mean, you didn't even go down and see it happening. You know,
Right.
it's easy to have someone downstairs banging and beating and making all these noises.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. Those effects. That was. I don't know.
Yeah, man, I would like to hear like an expert opinion on exactly how you could make something like that show up in a live stream.
And hopefully everything lined up, because watching these on YouTube, YouTube has gotten to the point where it likes to throw an ad every, 2 minutes of a video,
crazy.
because as if you're not already oversaturated with advertising in your life, you can't even enjoy one segment of a NUKE'S video without, 2 or 3 ads popping up.
Yeah,
So,
my boy Comic Tom's the same way.
Yeah, I hate it, but I totally understand them getting ad revenue, and if we were at a point where we could get some ad revenue, I'd love to have some too. But my God, man, I remember when it used to be like an ad before a video, and that was it.
Yeah.
Or maybe one in the middle, but now it's just getting it. Anyway,
Shoot, we get some sponsors, man. We'll be throwing them on there every 30 seconds, brother.
we'll be looking back going, yep, we're hypocrites. Give us the money. But so hopefully everything lined up all right on that. But I don't know, JP, of the 3, would you say this is the most convincing of something paranormal?
I would say so, yeah.
So leaving it, how are we going to leave on this one? Is it unexplained, or do you think it's still a hoax?
I still lean towards hoax because, like I said, number one, he's a paranormal investigator, so it's
Super
for him,
convenient.
Yeah, that's like striking a gold mine. Your work follows you home, and now he doesn't even have to go anywhere. He can just do everything from his house.
Makes a lot of sense.
But I don't know, man. Like you said, some of those things, I don't know how you would fake them on a live stream. But again, I don't know how I don't even know how a live stream works.
And it's like you hate to discount it if there really is something going on with this guy. Because, if you think about it, the paranormal investigators, though, like yourself, I think a lot of them that get these, I'm not going to say I'm not, how do I say this diplomatically? Okay. I'm not saying every paranormal investigator is a fraud or that they are out to fool anybody. There are a lot of people out there who are paranormal investigators who truly want to find evidence of the supernatural. Completely cool with them. There's nothing wrong with going out there searching for the truth. But I think a lot of big-time paranormal investigators that capture some of this wild stuff on camera, I think a lot of it's faked because it gets them more views. More views mean more ad revenue. It's a money-making thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be interested to see what this guy does, because I just don't. He's got to have a decent career. I feel like that paranormal investigating. If paranormal investigating bought him that sweet little house, then I totally could see the reason for this being fake.
Right.
But they are. If there is something paranormal out there in the world, they are putting themselves at risk going into these haunted locations and risking having some kind of entity attach itself to them and follow them home. So, I don't want to discount it completely, but I do. It's one of those where I'm not saying anybody's a fraud, but I'm just saying some probably are.
Yeah, I think most of these YouTubers with the ghost channels are, but that one really makes you scratch your head.
I was talking to a buddy of mine, and you and I might be doing some ghost hunting soon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's a paranormal investigator. Now, how legit this guy is, I don't know. I don't know if he's ever captured anything or if he's, whatever. Don't even know if he has a channel. But if we do, you best believe we're going to have the GoPros and we're going to film it and see if we can make a believer out of old JP.
We'll see, man. One follows me home. It better, better watch itself.
Knowing your lifestyle, that ghost is going to be like, damn, man, you live like this?
Probably so.
I'm out.
Yeah.
This is boring. Nothing scares this guy.
Yeah. God, the cats would be going crazy.
So you got how many cats?
I got enough to drive a ghost out, I hope. I don't know.
Oh, but let us know your thoughts below. If this is fake, how did he fake it? If it's not fake, please point out, because, again, we're just here to discuss. We're not here to call anyone a liar or to, we just like to discuss. JP and I have always enjoyed talking about how it could be done or why we think it's real or fake. So let us know in the comments below with any of these videos why you think they're real or why you think they're faked or how you think they were faked.
Yeah.
And if you enjoy this type of video, then please let us know in the comment section below, and we'll make sure to try and do a few more of them.
Yeah, I'm always down for that.
But in the meantime, we hope everybody has a wonderful Wednesday, and don't forget to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/thepodcastingdead. where you can get up to 8 extra podcasts a month for very little monies. And you can be entered into secret contests and lots of other cool stuff. And again, it's super cheap, so why not? And make sure to check out our channel. If nothing else, just leave us a like on this video, and it helps us out a ton. We'll see you soon. I'm Justin.
I'm JP.
And we're the Podcasting Dead.